Shalom, shalom. What's going on? We live. We're going live today. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? One in the chat. What's going on? What's up? Starting at 9:05. 9:05. We about to go live. Shalom, brother Bowman. NC. What's up? What's up? What's up? We got two more in the room. We about to go off tonight again. Yes. I don't give a fuck if we got about 8 or 9 niggas up in here. We still gonna go hard. You know what I mean? Y'all already know what the chat's about, right? Now we got 3 in here. Somebody left out. But that's okay. That is okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Yeah. Smokey in the house. Already. You don't want to sign no papers. You ain't got to sign no paper. They're not your papers. Why you gonna sign something ain't yours? Did you create that? Huh? Is it your paperwork? Real talk. You know, I gotta get my brother up in here. Hold up. Hope he up. You know what I mean? He had to take a nap. You know what I mean? 9:02, fellas. Oh, yes. We're going to talk about why them templates, why they don't work.
Yo,
what's the deal?
what's up, my brother?
What's going on? We had 5 up in here. Now jump back down to 3.
5 to stay alive.
Oh, we got 3 still. Fuck it. Why templates won't work?
What time is it right now?
9:03.
All right, let's give it. Let's give it a couple more seconds because I know last time you had some people jump in just a little bit late. Let me.
I was gonna start at 9:05.
Okay.
Yeah, 9:05. Good to get people up in here, man.
Yeah. Let me
Peace,
get my book ready.
peace to everybody in the chat. Peace to everybody. We're gonna talk about these emotions also. You know what I mean? Motion.
Motion. Ocean. Hold on.
Talk about moving the court.
Oh yeah. All right. Here we go. Let me open this up here.
Panty eater in this motherfucker. Books and panties. Sup, y'all? What's up?
Boom.
Yeah, man. Tempest ain't gonna work, dog.
Nope.
It's all we got one more win. We got one more minute, fellas. We finna go in.
Got my book open.
Shit, I got my books open too.
And just in case y'all wonder what kind of book it is, man, it's these books these same freaking judges and lawyers read, man.
The same book when they be up there on the motherfucking in the pulpit, as I call it.
Yeah.
But they call it the bench. All right, well, let's start 9:05, fellas. Hey, we like to reserve and assert our United States constitutional rights, freedom of speech, in the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights and all our unknown rights. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Let's get to it, my brother.
All
So,
right.
so I'm gonna open up why templates won't work. You know, and my brother gonna expand on it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Templates ain't gonna work because everybody has the same paperwork, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you have the same paperwork as this man over here, they like, well, these niggas don't know nothing. They telling the same shit. I know they don't live together, and the agency is looking at y'all like, okay.
Uh-huh.
And they have meetings. They have task force and meetings because you're playing with their AKA money that they scam you out of
Right.
through the bitch, right?
Right.
And they don't honor that. But what's so crazy about this shit is they want you to honor their boiler template because
Mm-hmm.
they child support templates say the same shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Now let the brother expand on it. You gonna hit it, my brother.
So first, you gotta understand, I know my brother Wasil told y'all this prior in video number 495 that there is no honor amongst thieves. First of all, let's get that out of the way. However, there are rules to this ish. You know what I'm saying? Every court got games as rules. So first of all, let me have to make the disclaimer. I ain't trying to throw shade on on anybody else's services out there. I ain't trying to throw shade, but hopefully when I get done, it's gonna make you think. And it's gonna make a lot of y'all think about what type of services you're getting from people. Okay. All right. With that disclaimer said, let me start. Now, templates is not gonna work like my brother Watson said because everybody has the same shit. Okay. Now, I don't know if y'all notice or not, but every time you put in a claim, whether it be state or federal, the judges and attorneys, whatever, they got this thing called LexisNexis, Westlaw, and even Pacer. And what they'll do is they'll look up what you say and compare it and see if they can find any other cases that have something to do with what you're talking about. Now, when you make the same arguments, and it will happen, you will make the same arguments that someone has made in the past. Now, when they start to find out that your paperwork is the same as these other cases that they're looking up, let me tell you what that's called. This is called, now the Court of Appeals uh, was the first to come up with this term, okay? Because a lot of people were going to the Court of Appeals from the child support cases and stuff. And the Supreme Court backed this up. It is called orchestrated complaints. All right, you follow? So the courts have what's called orchestrated complaints. And this is, and the Chief Justice review, because like Wasil said, excuse me, like Wasil said, every year, every 2 years, every 3 years, these people come together. That's your child support agency, that's your administrative agency, and that's your chief district judge. They all come together and they formulate a plan to counteract whatever it is you're doing or to be mindful of who's putting out frivolous claims. Now, let me tell you what orchestrated complaints is as written through the federal court. All right. When many essentially identical complaints from different complainants are received and appear to be of an orchestrated campaign, the chief judge may recommend that the judicial council issue a written order instructing the circuit clerk, not you, but the circuit clerk, to accept only a certain number of such complaints for filing and to refuse to accept additional complaints. The circuit clerk must send a copy of any such order to anyone whose complaint is not accepted. All right. Now, the district judge will send the clerk a reason saying, hey, this is a template. We're not, we've seen this before. We're not going to file it. But what they will send you is, oh, we're sorry. Your claim has been denied. That's all they will tell you. They won't tell you why. So, orchestrated complaints. So, say if I go to such and such and I say, hey, can you give me like 50, give me 60 of those affidavits you got? You know what I'm saying? Now, you got to understand that in order to play this game, you got to have something that's unique to you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have something that's unique to you, like what happened to you, then, that's not stating a claim. But not to get too far into that. So when you getting all these templates and you bombarding these courts, because you don't know who else got this template, you don't know who else is submitting these templates into these courtrooms. So you going in all happy talking about, yeah, I got me 50 of these affidavits and 50 of these motions, and you go and file that. You don't know who went in before you, and the clerks are going to look at this and be like, we got a red flag. This guy's claim and templates is just the same as Billy Bob around the corner. It's the same as Little Ray Ray around the corner. Now, if they detect that, because like I said, once you submit a claim, these judges look up court cases to see if your claim is similar to somebody else's. Do you understand? So you can't be buying templates and these one-shot ponies from people expecting to get remedy. Because they're gonna look at you like, how do you know you telling the truth? Because your stuff is the same. Orchestrated complaints. Okay, and I just told you, what that is. From different complainants. Okay, it's essentially the identical complaints. And I can tell you from a fact, there's a lot of people out there on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, or anywhere else that's selling people the same layout, the same everything, and they expect you to file that. That's not going to work. Okay. Now, what I'm telling you is going to fall into one of my other topics, which we'll get into later. Okay. So I want y'all to remember this because this is going to tie in to the other topic that we're going to talk about later. All right. So remember, if someone, see, when you call Shamstoppers, we talk to you, we ask you questions, we formulate, your circumstance around what your remedy needs to be. You don't just call and be like, yeah, I'm on child support. All right, cool. Take this template off with you. You know what I'm saying? Good luck to you. Call us and let us know how it goes. We don't do that. So anyone who's not willing to sit and listen to you, formulate a plan based off what your complaint is, what you're calling for. If they're not willing to sit there and work with you, we won't hold your hand. Don't make no mistake. We will not hold your hand. But if they're not willing to sit there and work with you, talking about, all right, what happened? Oh, okay. Judge said this. All right, well, look. You know what I'm saying? It's like a football team. It's like a football team. You lay out your plan, and what you do, you huddle so the other team don't know what your football plan is, what your play is. When you got people giving you templates, man, your play is aired out everywhere. When you get with people who show what their templates are on the internet, your play has already been exposed. Do you understand? So, not to throw shade on anybody out there. Hopefully, who's giving y'all these templates. I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm trying to make you think. You know what I'm saying? Because, when people call us, there's not too much stuff they can tell us. They call to listen, they call for remedy. But to those who giving you templates, you need to tell them, hey, what's my guarantee that this won't be flagged as an orchestrated complaint? What you selling me is you selling it to hundreds of other people. How is this going to fit in with me? And in most cases, some of those templates don't even have like, the stuff from your own state. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when people don't want to listen to what your problem is. You understand? They might even ask, they probably won't even ask you what state you in and give you something from another state. Yeah, you can use case laws from different states, but guess what? that state's going to follow its own laws. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, stay away from them templates because they already been exposed. I'm reading it right here. This is a 2018 uh, rules of the court, federal, and state follows federal. So I'm reading from you of 2018. Okay, orchestrated complaints. All right, and this is under Article 3, review of complaint by chief judge, Rule 11. All right, Rule 11, Section D. For those of you who think I'm blowing smoke out my ass or just putting out some hearsay, I certify everything that I say. See, when you come over here, we give you nothing but facts. You understand? We don't give you like what we found on the internet that some blog done read up or some sovereign citizen website written up. We bring you exactly what these judges and these attorneys see and what they follow. Because if you don't know how the other side play, you're not gonna win. That's the art of war. You got to find out how the other side play. And I'm gonna tell y'all with these templates, I'm telling you, setting yourself up. We don't show you any paperwork, and we do that for a reason. We don't show you any paperwork online, and that's for a reason. Because especially what YouTube does, YouTube monetizes and they do all that other stuff. But the child support agency, the American Bar Association members, they all watch YouTube. They know every person on YouTube who tries to provide a remedy to their cricket system. Trust me,
Yes.
we know how they think. Go ahead, brother.
And we all know the people who got on YouTube and said, hey, this is the paperwork I'm going to send you, or this is how I write. They all know how these people write. And one brother came to us recently from Louisiana, and he said, man, I got all them three guys' services, and I ain't getting shit. And I said, send me some of that paperwork. Send me the paperwork the third one gave you. I said, where the third one from? He said, DC. Man, I got that paperwork. This nigga selling the old shit that I used to do from 2 years ago. Am I lying, G?
No, you ain't lying.
2 years
He ain't lying.
ago. 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
I'm
Two
telling
fucking years ago. And they probably ran out the chat room right now since I said that shit.
you. Right.
Pussy motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you something. Why I ain't on child support. God damn it, I don't pay child support because for one, number one, I don't owe shit because I never borrowed a damn red dime. Number two, I didn't give her authorization to speak on my fucking behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, now that I know child support is tax free as a fucking gift, I'm not participating in the fucking foolishness. When I had a dick, get my dick sucked, my back rubbed, my feet rubbed, all that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. That's why I don't deal with the shit. You know what I mean? I don't deal with the shit. I'm not volunteering for foolishness. Like I still told y'all last podcast, if you live in Tennessee, that's the volunteer state. Stop volunteering for fucking child support. If you fellas don't sign, you don't owe shit. But if you sign something, you need to fix it.
Right. Oh, brother, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. All right. Let me fix my mistake. It is not under Article 3, review complaint of chief judge. It's under Rule 10, abuse of complaint procedure. Sorry, I'm looking at this the wrong way. Rule 10, abuse of complaint procedure is what that's under. Section B. You got Section A, which is abuse of complaints, and you have Section B, which is orchestrated complaints. All right. So the abuse complaints deal with uh, a person who keeps repeatedly filing harassing, frivolous complaints or otherwise abuse the complaint procedure, which may restrict from filing further complaints. All right. So not only will they term your complaint frivolous, but they'll term it as an orchestrated complaint. Okay, if they see if it's frivolous or whatnot, then they'll write an opinion on it saying it's frivolous because they like making fun of y'all. But if it's orchestrated complaint, they just won't file it at all. All right, so that's me fixing my mistake. Rule 10, abuse of complaint procedure. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Awesome. And fellas, we got some brothers in here that don't pay child support no more. You know what I mean? In the chat room, they'll tell you. You know what I mean? Real talk. But like I say, you got people up here, niggas. Everybody double teamed us, triple teamed us, right? And put the paperwork on and say, "Hey, we scam," but you up here doing the paperwork. But we the only ones on YouTube that's getting niggas off of child support that's been in that child support for a long time or a short time. Ain't nobody else doing it. Well, it's one brother that did it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say all three of them, but it's one brother that did it. But you know who the other two are. You know what I mean? They'll come in this chat room and they'll leave out on their fake account. Because I feel the fear and the bullshit and the lies and the falsehood. You know what I mean? I feel the shit. And if it's anybody in there that can say I'm on child support, come with that claim and prove that I'm on child support and I'm paying the shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. Because I'm not. I'm the only motherfucker to say that shit and mean that shit. You know what I mean? Because I told them, if you want some money, come take it. Come make me do it. Make me get out of here and give you some money. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But anyway, go ahead, brother.
All right. Check the chat room. I put it what that rule is. All right. So where we at? Where we at? All right, yeah. Like I said earlier, these judges they get together and they review y'all stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, ain't trying to throw shade at nobody, but you know what? Facts are facts, and we have to bring the facts. All right, we ain't no snitches, so we don't call out names. We don't put people's pictures up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We don't
ain't no
put pictures.
snitching.
We don't get personal. Put people pictures up where people live at and all that. That's some old hoe ass shit. I want to box that nigga. I'll fly that nigga down here and box the shit out that nigga. Send him home with a jungle juice or a motherfucking sucker in his mouth.
Man.
Real talk.
And you know what? And he trying to denationalize you, man. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Pussy punk ass shit. You know what I mean? Everybody want to talking about no, man. Every race has some pussy ass niggas. You know what I mean? Every race, black, Mexican, white, every race have a bunch of snitches in they culture. You know
And
what I
I'm
mean?
gonna tell you right now, that's the same brother who put your picture up and got all emotional and personal about it is the same one who would call the FBI on everybody.
Yeah. Like I say, fellas, stay away from these old pussy niggas who can't read. Stay away from people talking about, oh, you ain't gonna get on child support. You can't beat them people. They won't they much. Stay away from them because we know what time it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Kenneth said he went to court Wednesday and on the 22nd demanded a copy of the foreign registration statement, attorney oath, and surety bond, and the judge denied it, saying they didn't know what he was. Let me tell you something, Kenneth. That is something you have to request outside of the court. You have to make those requests. Every state has a Freedom of Information Act, and every agency has a clause where you can like request documents. You can request that application that bitch sent out. You can request the affidavit that she filed when applying for services. You can request videos, transcripts. You can request all that. You can't go to court. Remember, you go to court with the paperwork. You don't go to court and ask for the paperwork. They're not gonna give it to you. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Fellas, if somebody lie on you and they call 911 on you, you can request that call for about $3-4. I think $5. You
Every
can
state's different, but it's not a lot.
well, yeah, it's not a lot for the price. but you can request when somebody's snitching on you. You know what I mean? Real talk. But anyway, let's give. I was jumped off, but why templates won't work is because you not the author of it.
Nope.
They know that ain't you. And a damn fool. Do China put up their weapons and show U.S. what they got? Secret weapons? No.
Nope.
Do the Russia put up their secret weapons and show the U.S. show us what they got? No. Do
Nope.
Iran put up their secret weapons and show what we got? Show us what they got to blow our ass off the map?
Nope.
So why is these dumbass motherfuckers on YouTube showing these people they trying to fight what they got? Common fucking sense, god damn it. You beat these people with common sense. And if you a pussy, you still love your baby mama, you'll never let her go, then you'll never get off child support. Okay?
I'm telling y'all, keep your emotions out of this. This is all business. Keep your emotions out. I'm sorry, your baby mama she's your enemy. All right, she's your enemy. You know, you try to put your heart in her and try to say, oh, we can work it out. Let me tell you something. If she believed that y'all can work out, she'll go down there and take you off. She put you on there to be vengeful, emotional, outraged. You know what I mean? So, nah, man. Now, if you want to try to finesse her to try to get you off, whatever, if you got a pimp game strong like that, by all means, handle your business. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you trying to put true love into that, you gonna get your true ran over. You know what I mean? We've seen a lot of brothers do it. We've had experience with that. I've had experience with that. I'm telling you that.
Every
Go
every
ahead.
every brother that got off of child support that came to Shamstoppers don't have love for their baby mama. You hear me? Everybody, 21 people in the chat room, you gotta let that shit go. It's over with. The book of Judges, I'm gonna tell you about the book of Judges. It's about the country, the state, the judges having power over all civil and criminal cases. The book of Judges.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book of Judges is a special story called what? Samson and Delilah, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did Delilah do to Samson? She set him up because he was too strong and too big. She got mad. The judges of the town sent her in to put that pussy on him to make him give up that secret because a lot of guys love pussy. That's their weakness. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And I used to be like that back in the day. I got rid of that. I'm not like that. Pussy don't excite me. Okay? That shit is free. But anyway, like I said, that's how they do, y'all. Templates won't work, fellas, because the people who provide templates don't read and don't put up books and don't talk about books. So therefore, they're dumb and stupid, and they will not challenge me or do a motherfucking podcast on the cool. We can have a little friendly dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
They can ask me what type of questions they want. But when I ask them some questions, they're gonna be buck dancing. Okay?
Yep.
So that's how you know, right? Now, let's move on to you must learn. Hit on my brother.
All right. Like Karis once said, you must learn. And he said that for a reason. He told y'all way back in the 80s and 90s. And for all you new people, new millenniums, whatever, yes, you must learn. We in a society where learning is not beneficial for the corporations unless you're trying to be slave to the corporations and get a wage job or something like that. People die, people get taken advantage of for a lack of knowledge. You understand? So what we promote, and we've always promoted this, you have to read. I cannot stress that enough. I just, what was it yesterday? What was yesterday? Memorial Day, whatever they be celebrating, whatever. Um, anyway, went to the bookstore, picked up new, up to date information on how on these crooks game plans. I'm telling you, I cannot find a lot of this stuff on the internet. I cannot. They're in books. The reason why they still make books And the reason why they make these books so high is to keep them out of the public's hands. You put it in a book, ain't nobody gonna find it because don't nobody know how to read. Okay, you can go on Amazon right now, look up like any law book, an up-to-date law book, and I guarantee you it's like thousands of dollars. They do that for a reason. Okay, you gotta understand, the English language over here is the language of law. What they give the public is the language of commerce, which is the language that has 50. See, the language of commerce, each English word has over 50 different definitions. You can check the etymology.
Preach it, brother.
But in the language of law, it has a whole different meaning. And usually they go right back to the Latin root of that meaning. You understand? And of course, the Latin, whatever, comes from, the Moorish Empire. Because Latin is like a corruption of Germanic and uh, uh, Islam or Arabic language, whatever. But anyway, you must learn. What I just read you earlier came out of a book, an up-to-date book. And the reason why it's important is, say you went into these venues, you went into these courtrooms, and you put in your little play strategy. Well, you don't know how they're going to react because you have not been studying these people. You get what I'm saying? You got to study your enemy. If you don't study your enemy, and I'm not talking about just studying the history of your enemy, but you have to study each evolution that your enemy goes through. And you will only do that through books because a lot of this stuff they do not want public. Okay. One reason is it would disrupt their money flow. Two, it disrupt the integrity because they know they all crooked. And attorneys, they would be out of business. You know what I'm saying? What do you need an attorney for when you're reading the same books they're reading? Yeah, you might not have went to law school, but guess what? You're reading the same books they're reading.
Thank you.
And a lot of these books give you strategies on how to act, how to move in the court, how to file documents, where to find documents. You can buy a LexisNexis account right now if you want to spend $800 a month. That's the same stuff they use. That's the same stuff the judges use. As soon as you put a claim in, they'll get on there and be like, all right, let me search a keyword. He said collusion. All right, let me look up collusion. And let me look up child support along with collusion. And then what they'll do is they bring up every child support case that where someone mentioned the word collusion or mentioned the word child support. And guess what? They're going to compare what the court said in that situation and apply it to yours. That's how case law works. That's how the judges write their opinions. Okay? The judges write their opinions based off what another court has said about your situation. Now, if they are on the thread with that, they might put in their own thoughts about it, like, oh, but you have to learn your enemy. That is the art of war. We said this in a few podcasts ago. You got to become this. You have to become this. If you want to defeat this child support, if you want to defeat anything, if you open up a KFC and somebody open up another KFC next to you, two franchises, which I never heard of, go over there, buy some food, see how that customer service is. Learn your enemy. You understand? I'm telling you. The same thing with the court applies to everything in life. You have to learn, you have to read. I'm telling you, every time me and Watson go in the bookstore, you got people in there, not none of us, I'll tell you that. Not no men. You might have some old men or some dudes with their girl, and their girl's the one that's buying the book. But they will buy all these novels. They'll buy all these uh, uh, little stories and little books of this and that. And guess what? Them books are like $7, $15, $20. You want to know why? Because they're selling you fantasy. These
Yeah.
books we buy, these books we buy are like $50, $100, $250, $300. You want to know why? Because it contains information to liberate you. It contains your remedy. Why do they charge books that much when you can go online? Because you can't go online. I'm telling you, if you find something like this online, they only gonna give you a piece of it. I can go to Cornell Law on the internet right now and look up some of the same stuff, and I guarantee you they won't put everything on there. We always find something where they cut off.
Everybody, get the lights up. It's 23. It was 26. Get them goddamn lights up because I'm finna go hard on the goddamn motion. You finna
Yeah,
learn what a motion is. And
yeah, we're gonna get into that.
you're gonna see why they're gonna deny. I'm gonna tell you why they deny your motions. Get that shit up. Get them lights up.
Yeah, so all 23 watching right now, if you just came into this, when it's over, rewind it and listen because I'm hitting you with some facts right now. All right. Now, you have to learn. Now, it's cool. Okay, you can get online, listen to some YouTube videos, and Google some stuff. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But what you need to do is you need to expound on that. See, right now we are in an intellectual war, people. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this 5G coming out. I'm not going to get into that, but we're in an intellectual war and it's in the digital age. So guess what? By us being in an intellectual war and the digital age, they're going to control the digital part of it just so you don't defeat them in that. What that means is all this stuff you're trying to find out online is going to be severely limited until one day they just cut the plug on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like back in 1995 or whatever it was in the 80s, where they didn't have internet, they had computers. They can talk to each other, but they won't let you. So you have to get books, man. Say they cut the internet off today. Say they cut the internet off today. You cannot Google anything on law. You know what you can do? You can go to your library of these books you done got. Like I said, I have a 2018, 2017, 2016. It goes all the way back to the freaking 18, 1700s. So if they cut the internet off, guess what? I can go in there and still navigate them courts based off these. I'm telling you, this is why you must learn. You have to prepare yourself for when they do shut the internet down or limit the internet because you got to understand the internet is controlled by private corporations and they can say, hey, let's limit this. Google already doing it. So y'all trying to Google these remedies, the only thing you're going to find is a limited Cornell law. You're going to find probably some sovereign citizen pages that post some stuff that they don't even understand, who will tell you go into court and say, oh, the judge is practicing law behind the bench. And y'all don't even know what that is. You can't use that freaking argument. Not unless the judge is related to somebody in that proceeding.
And
You know what
check
I'm saying?
and check this out, fellas. Um, do not get on the internet and look up some shit from Freedom Law School and leave that
Oh my
shit
God.
alone.
Alone.
I'm finna hit y'all with this motion. Y'all ready for the motion shit?
Yeah, let's get into that motions, brother.
Okay, coming out with my books. What motion mean? Motion is an application requesting a court to make a specific order. So when you do a motion, it's a request. So if they don't like what you did, and they with your baby mama, they gonna deny that shit, especially in the administrative court. Let me finish reading. Let me read it over again. Motion, an application requesting a court to make a specific order, though it is properly classifiable as a court paper. A motion is not a pleading. Did you hear that? A motion is not a pleading. Let me keep going. Motion, in the sense to move as a court, is labeled obsolete in the OED. It ought to be obsolete, but strangely, it persists in American legal writing. Warrington motioned the court for summary of judgment on both the conversion and securities fraud causes of action. Did you see that? Person
Yeah.
motioned the court to increase child support. Hernandez versus Hernandez, 640 South 2nd, 818, 819, Louisiana, Circuit Court of Appeals, 1994. Look that shit up. Okay? Person motioned the court to increase child support. Motion for new trial. This is another motion. Motion for new trial. This motion, which dates back to medieval times, is now
Mm-hmm.
generally called a motion for new trial without the indefinite article. Okay, and it says see article. Okay, let's go to moving. When you file a motion, you are the moving. You trying to move it, move the court. One who makes a motion to the court is a late 19th century Americanism. Among the earliest recorded uses in this one, the movements expected to the rulings of the court. Lanning versus Lockett. This is an 1882 case. Okay. In the US today, moving is far more common than mover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is form used in the most court rules and predominantly reported in cases, e.g., while the movement need not always show a probability of success on the merits, he must present a substantial case on the merits. Woo! Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Heard it.
Let me read it again to y'all, fellas.
Read it
While
again.
the movement need not always show a probability of success on the merits, he must present substantial case on the merits. Movement is an incorrect variant spelling. So what they're saying is you need to present a substantial case on the merits, like e.g., what happened to you, what
Mm-hmm.
law. Like jurisdiction means to speak the law. Okay, and that what is
So
what's the difference between an affidavit and a motion? An affidavit ain't nothing but a sworn statement. You sworn and affirmed to under oath. Okay, that's what the affidavit is,
let me
right?
tell you, let me give y'all some let me give you a jewel here that you can hang on your nuts. Check this out. When you ask, see, jurisdiction, jurist, to speak the law on you. When you ask, you are giving them permission to jurist upon you. You're giving them jurisdiction because the court can only move against you or answer you when you give up jurisdiction. Once you give up jurisdiction, you know what I'm saying? You give, especially in the administrative setting, you give them the right to say anything, anything. So let me give you a secret. Let me give you something that you will never hear from anybody on this platform or anybody on the internet. I'm going to give you something that no one else is going to give you. You only get this from Shamstoppers because we deal with this, we live this, we eat this, we shit this. We are actually in these courts. We pay attention, we research, and we read their stuff. These people telling y'all about these agencies, we've been in these agencies. Well, I know I have. I've been in the back and everything. I was like a news reporter until they found out what I was up to. But let me tell you something. Guess what? You're putting in motions. Guess what the child support agency puts in? Yo, you want to know what the child support agency puts in? And I'm telling you because I'm looking at their paperwork right now.
Hit him.
I'm, I'm going to tell you what the child support agency puts in the court. They put in orders. They don't do motions. They don't ask. They put in orders.
Yes.
I'm looking at one right now. See, we got their paperwork. I got their paperwork where it says that they're contractors. I got their paper. Look, I even have paperwork that they send to the state vital statistics to lock down your birth certificate. I have paperwork where it rescinds your signature on the birth certificate that's locked down in vital statistics.
Well, hey,
I have the paperwork that they send to the deed room, vital statistics, where they keep your birth certificate, showing your name, what college, if you went to college or high school or not, your race. I'm telling you, they have these profiles on you. All right.
look,
So, orders, they put in an order. And guess what? The administrative judge, all they have to do is sign it. So while you putting in motions asking, excuse me, can you can you do this for me? They're putting in orders like, no, we need you to sign this.
hold on. Let me intervene. I'm gonna hit y'all with something. A declaration is powerful than an affidavit.
Yes, it is.
Did y'all know that? A declaration, I'm gonna hit y'all with something. The Declaration of Independence. It don't say the affidavit of independence. Now do it.
Nope.
Okay, now let's get on this order. Somebody asked about the order. Check
What's
this
up?
out. A order, a command, or a direction. Number one. Number two, the second meaning, a judge's written direction. So he's directing you to do something. Number
So
three,
guess what? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Number three, a written instrument such as a check made by one person to another, directing the other to pay money or deliver something to someone named in the instrument. Number two, in sense, a court order may be either I can't even say this word, interlocutory
Oh yeah.
on some intermediate matter or more broadly final and thus dispositive of the entire case. So an order, they ordering you. You got a money order, right? Y'all know what a money order is, right?
Mm-hmm.
What that money order do? Well, I'm just ordering this paper. I'm gonna order me something with this money order, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you do when you go in the goddamn order you some food at Chick-fil-A? Hey, I like to order number two, number three with some fries, supersize that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
And what happens when they bring you your food? You gotta pay for that order before you get the food, right?
That's right.
Some restaurants do that.
They
Exactly.
put
So
in
if
order.
that judge order you something, he gotta pay you.
But
Not
guess
you
what?
pay him.
But guess what? If the agency is putting in orders, the judge didn't write no order. It's an
Thank
administrative
you.
proceeding. The judge just signs off on it.
Thank you. So who put
The
in the order,
judge,
my brother? Tell him the
yeah.
clerk of court, right?
No, the order is made by the people who work for the Title 4D agency.
There you go.
See, everything has to go through them first.
And
You
wait,
can't just, yeah, you just can't walk in the street and file a court claim for child support. You have to go through the agency first. The court is just there to make it seem like you're having due process. The judge doesn't even read your paperwork. They don't read it. And I
listen to
know
this.
this for a
Listen to
fact.
this. Let me cut in. Check this out, fellas. Before it can go to the agency, who does she go to first? She goes to the Human Health Services Department. That's who we need. That's who you need to start getting in their ass too. Those are the folks who make this fucking order. Those are the
And,
people who are responsible. When she go down there, they're with her, helping her, and then that's when the punk ass child support agency, the arm of the state, the little governmental, not government, but local government mental business gets involved because every business has what, fellas? If they have a P.O. box, that means it's a business.
Yep.
What's
And
up?
just to clarify, the actual human health services, see what they try to do is they try to keep their hands clean. So they let this agency, which is a contractor, it could be an independent or it can be a county attorney or attorney general. They let these agencies write these orders and do this. But what these agencies do is they invoke the name of the cabinet or the family health services. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing, because if you try, you can't go after the family services on the same things you go after the agency. The family services, you have to go on after one person in particular, and that's the secretary, because the secretary authorizes them to do what they do to you, okay, or what they did. What they did depend on each person. Each person's different. The secretary comes down with the rules for the state rules, and then the state agencies follow that. Now, sometimes the secretary will badger and brutalize the agency to hurry up and get people through. And what that causes the agency to do is to violate your rights, your due process, go behind your back and do stuff. So to stay out of that respondent superior argument the cabinet might try to file against you, you go after the secretary because he authorized the contractor to do what they did. But there's a certain way you got to do it. But the agency is the one. You can't go after no agency. Let me make that clear. You can't go after no agency. Especially, and the reason why you can't go after agencies in child support proceedings because the state as well as the federal will say, hey, you got to let these motherfuckers handle it. Okay, so you have to go after individuals. Like this order I'm reading you, I have a name, an address, and a phone number of the person who submitted this order. That's who you go after. You understand? This judge, whoever signed this stuff, you go after them because all they did. This is proof. See, you got to request these documents. You get what I'm saying? What they'll do is, and I have two different ones here. They say the same thing, but one is missing some words and one is missing some stuff. They send you the copy of the stuff that's missing stuff. If you want a copy of what's actually on the record, you're going to have to request that. Because what they send you in the mail or what they don't send you is not the true copy of what they put in these court filings, whatever. You understand? You have to do your due diligence. You must learn. You know what I'm saying? And you must be proactive in this.
You got to, because I'm gonna tell you what's going on, fellas. They're gonna be coming at your ass. They're coming after you this year. They're gonna be trying to put your ass in jail. One brother told me in the chat room they put ankle monitors on them in North Carolina. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? I ain't
Yeah.
even heard niggas. I ain't even heard niggas telling me that shit. You know what I mean? What's up?
Yeah.
What's up? Thinking out loud. Man, it's 29 y'all in here. All them lights should be up, man. We dropping these jewels for y'all. And then we not even through. We got more shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, I tell you what. I tell you what. If the likes jump up at least to the same amount of people, if like we got 28 people watching right now. If I can get 8 more likes, I would give you a secret. It's not even really a secret, but I give you a jewel on how you can actually go after the Secretary of the Cabinet of Family Health and Human Services. I tell you a secret on how you can go after him or her. I'll tell you a secret.
What's up, fellas? What's up? Oh, we got 20. Shit, we good. Go hit
We
them,
got
bro.
we got 21 now. Let me get one more. And I'll give you something that nobody else is telling you. I'm already giving you enough. All right, we got 22. If you want, because see, like I said, the cabinet, the health and family services, they try to keep their hands clean by letting the agency do their dirty work. If you want to go after the secretary who authorizes and has to follow federal law when he sets his plan for child support that these agencies must follow, and if they don't follow it, what you need to do is you need to challenge his authority based off what he authorized. What am I talking about? So say the agency, because the agency follows the instructions of the secretary of the cabinet or the family health and services. They follow his state plan that's approved by the federal government to operate the way they do. So if they violate your rights, you get what I'm saying? And that's me saying, hey, you did not agree to this. You probably got hit with a default or whatever. If they threaten you, understand, I don't care if they are a county attorney. A county attorney or whatever agency cannot threaten you to make you do business with them. All right? I'll give you an example. Since I want a secret, I'll give you an example. Say they threaten you, 24 likes. All right, I'm going to give it to you. Say they threaten you to sign an affidavit of paternity. Say they might say you go jail, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or, they threaten you with jail saying, if you don't agree to pay us money, whatever, whatever. There is a statute that the federal government passed down to these states that says they have to give you due process. Now, due process is just not putting you on notice, which is under procedural. Due process is explaining the risk and consequences, your constitutional rights of what would happen if you sign any affidavit of paternity. A lot of y'all signed the affidavit of paternity and were not giving due process of being explained what would happen to you if you signed that. Guess what? They just violated federal law. And guess what? The secretary is responsible for how that agency acts and conducts his business. All right. He is responsible for the federal laws to be followed in that state child support program. So what you do is if you got to do this in a timely manner. All right. You have to sue him. Really, you can get him in his individual capacity. You can. But as an official, it is his responsibility to make sure the state child support plan is followed by the agencies. And if they don't follow it, guess what? Since it's his responsibility, see, most people don't successfully sue the secretary because they don't know how to do it. You have to get him under a violation of a statute. You can do it under the Constitution too, but you're opposing what's called a federal question. Okay? when you pose a federal question, it goes like this. Basically you say, is it a violation or is it unconstitutional? Because you're talking due process. Is it considered unconstitutional under the 14th Amendment for the agency to force you or threaten you to participate in their services or sign a document? Okay? And is it the secretary's responsibility, who is in charge of the state program under this? You get what I'm saying? If you pose that and the court finds that they did violate a statute and it's unconstitutional to force you to put your signature down on anything, that is a violation of due process, even procedurally. Okay? Because what the secretary is doing is he's actually putting down the hammer on these agencies to hurry up and expedite you through this process. But guess what? People don't know. People do not know. See, the agency has to follow the instructions of the state plan that's given to them. The secretary is responsible for that. Not the secretary of state, but the secretary or whoever's responsible of the family health and services. Okay? That's how you go after him or her. Usually it's a him because men control everything. They only give women these small spots like county attorneys, judges. The men is what controls the main thing. Now, if you get a woman secretary, guess who's over her? A man, which might be the governor or the mayor. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, a man is in charge. That's why men are in charge of the abortion laws. We live in a man's world. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that sidebar. But yeah, most of the time you want to get people in their individual capacity. But that secretary, if he's responsible for following federal law, his official capacity is on the line. You understand? So I just gave y'all that gem. I can't tell you exactly how to do it or whatever. That's up to you. You only gonna get this here at Shamstoppers, I'm telling you. But back to my original, what I was saying. Wasil said, if you put in a motion, you're asking. If you are asking any court to do something, you can't go in and say, well, you don't have jurisdiction. Because if the court has no jurisdiction to speak law on you, why are you asking the court? If you want to tell the court to dismiss something because of jurisdiction, you put in a notice, and you put in an order attached to that notice. Or you put in the agency, here's what they do. They put in a memorandum and they attach an order to it. They never file motions, ever. They never file motions. They put in orders because the judge technically works for them. The judge works for the agency. The judge is the agency head. Without the judge's signature, the agency cannot enforce anything.
And we're going to talk about administrative law judges next time, my brother.
Yes, because that's important. But anyway, I think they get that topic. So what else we got? What else you got, brother?
That's it, man. It's time to sign off and let these
Wait. We still got one more.
What?
Telling the agency to look in the mirror.
Oh yes. Okay. Well, you go hit him with that one.
All
That's your.
right, all right. What we got? 26 people in here, 24 likes. All right, I'm gonna hit y'all with this. Y'all deserve it. Telling the agency to look in the mirror. What the hell is this brother talking about? Telling the agency to look in the mirror involves you, agency. You are a corporation. You are in partner with the state, and you are this. You, agency. You are not real authority. You are not a court, and you can't do this. You, agency. You know, under federal law, you're receiving 66% on the dollar. You, agency. You are contracted with the sheriff's office and you are committing racketeering. Man, you keep trying to put the agency in the mirror to look at themselves. They go be like, okay, and so you found some federal law which is clearly written because it's public law, what we're doing. What you don't know is under executive order, you know what I'm saying, and under Congress, we can do this. So what you saying? What am I talking about? Y'all go in here, y'all file these documents talking about, well, the agency is this and this, and they're committing conspiracy because they are contracted with the judges and they fund the treasury, which funds the judges' salaries. Okay, that's information they don't like you to know. But you got to come stronger than that because you cannot go into these courts, sue these people just by telling them look in the mirror. It does not work like that. I'm sorry. If you're receiving any paperwork, affidavits from people, no, it doesn't work like that. Okay? They are given authorization to do that, but they have to follow constitutional law when they do it. Okay? Now, if you want to make that argument just to let them know, hey, you know who they are and what they ain't, cool. But knowing that is not going to be your only remedy. You have to file what happened to you. And then back to what I said earlier. You won't know how because people are selling you templates, which probably don't have nothing to do with your situation. You know what I'm saying? And you probably won't get anything that has to do with your situation because they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to hear your story. They don't want to know how you got on child support. They don't want to know nothing. If you made mistakes in the past, they don't even ask you because your mistakes in the past can have an effect on the remedy you're trying to get today. Like if some of y'all try to do that secure party creditor crap, do that, oh, I want to put up a bond and discharge this. If you did that in the past, that's going to affect your future remedy. And there's certain ways you got to move now. You cannot get that with people who say, hey, you ain't got to tell me what happened. Look, just give me $250. I give you all these affidavits. You get what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Communicate with me through email only. You understand what I'm saying? See, people think Shamstoppers here we're assholes. Yeah, we're assholes. You want to know why? Because the strongest warrior wins the battle. We have no time for emotions. We ain't got time to baby nobody. This ain't no club mix. I ain't DJ baby Baba Buttermilk. I'm gonna keep it real, whether it hurts your feelings or not, because somebody's got to tell y'all. These agencies don't care about y'all. You know what I mean? So you need to get out of your emotions. Number one. Number two, like I said, stop going to people who's not genuinely helping you. There's a difference between somebody helping you and somebody just trying to sell you something. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I ain't out here trying to throw shade at nobody. I'm just trying to speak fact. Now, if they want to clean up their act and do better service, hey, more power to them. But it becomes an issue when we get people coming over here to Sham Stoppers talking about, I need help. And then when we do talk to you, you're like, well, I put in these other guys' paperwork and the court said this. Now we have a problem because now we're going to have to show that your next claim, whatever, won't be frivolous and they won't ignore you. Do y'all follow? I mean, I ain't gonna talk too much on this, but rewind this, inhale this, you know what I'm saying? And get this. Don't even smoke weed while you listen to this. We need all your brain cells to incorporate what we just said. These people are not at home smoking weed. These people are at home studying,
Shit.
reading on how to get you.
Hey, you right. They not at home smoking weed. They at home smoking crack, laughing.
They, yeah, laughing at you. See,
This
crack gives them
country,
that little boost of energy.
this country is ran by crackheads, not criminals. Make that correction, okay? Stop saying criminals. They're crackheads. We got mentally retarded people running this shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
and you got to be able to laugh at the shit. You know what I mean? Because to me, it's funny. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because how the fuck you gonna tell me I got to give you some tax free money for something that came out of my balls?
Mm-hmm.
Think
Oh,
about how that shit sounds, man.
oh. Let me say this real quick. You just had me think about something. I don't know how you made me think about this, but I just thought about something. For years, and Wasil can back me up on this. For years, you had like a Million Man March. You had like people going to Congress complaining about this child support thing, talking about, hey, we are a million fathers and we're trying to go again. We're trying to get the laws to change. You want me to tell you something? Those people don't read. You want me to tell you how they don't read? If you got a million fathers or more across the country trying to change the laws on child support and they ain't did shit yet, they ain't reading. They not reading. Those are a bunch of motherfuckers who don't read and has been doing this for 10 free or decades. Decades. Am I lying, Wasil? Am I lying?
No, you ain't lying.
This is why you must learn. Can you imagine a million of us with this knowledge? You know what I'm saying? They'll really be trying to make new laws talking about, no, this is an orchestrated complaint system. No, no. Templates don't work. You must learn and stop telling the agency to look in the mirror, stop filing motions, start filing memorandums with an order attached to it because that's how the agency do it.
Okay, somebody said Daniel. He says Texas Family Code contest by the obligor to administrative writ withholding. Under they statutes, you got to do that 30 days when they send that shit to you.
I
Because
told y'all,
everything gonna be in fine fucking print. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If y'all don't
I,
read the fine print of that paperwork, you fucked.
look, we told y'all in the last podcast or two podcasts ago what your remedy on that is. We mentioned to you fraud upon the court. Okay. There's some other people online that's explaining fraud upon the court with you, but we went deeper on what the judges think about it. See, we don't just read stuff on the internet. So go back a couple podcasts ago. I think it's titled Fraud Upon the Court. Ain't it titled that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to that one. We broke down what fraud upon the court is. Like people online don't even break it down like that. And I broke it down to you on what the judges say about it. Real judges, not like sovereign citizen websites.
You know what
So
I
go on
read?
that.
You know what I read on websites? If I'm bored, I get on YouTube. I want comedy. I go to everybody else's pages and I read comments.
Yep.
I don't even look at the videos. I read the comments. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Yep. Comment to say y'all.
that'll tell me if the video good or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I judge by the comments.
Yeah.
So,
We had 68 minutes, 30 people watching, 25 likes.
hell yeah, it's gonna be like fellas. This shit gonna be super good. We're gonna probably do it again this week. We're gonna talk about how the crackheads is running child support and shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You gotta get that hit off your money. You know what I mean? They not criminals. Stop saying they criminals. Because criminals do not beg. Okay?
Right.
Crackheads ask. So that's why they send the shit in the mail asking you on the cool, will you give me some money? But if you don't, I'm gonna go get my little enforcer or whatever because he needs some crack too. He needs some steroids, you know what I mean, to do what he got to do. Okay.
Right.
So, yeah, man. Well, shit, we about to sign off, people. Thank y'all for showing up. Uh, uh,
And plus, I wrote everybody's name down. I got everybody in the chat room's name down because And the next week, whatever, I'm gonna draw a name and I'm gonna give this book I got away.
Yeah,
So
next week we're
so
gonna do another one. We really pushing to do 2 podcasts a week and 1 video. So I'm gonna drop a video this week for y'all, and then next week we're gonna do a motherfucking another podcast on some real shit.
yeah,
I'm signing out, fellas. Peace,
Peace,
love,
peace.
justice, and truth. Okay? And may the Almighty Creator be with you. The Force too. Okay?
Salam, Islam, Hotep, Shalom, Odaro. If you speak Yoruba, all that mess. Hey, peace, peace.
Peace.